Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and this is Season 2, Episode 4 of Deadwood. Last we saw, a lot of stuff going on. These are the longest shows I've done by far. Loving the show, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, these are the longest reactions I do, and there's a lot to recap. But Hearst, who is very rich, and his name precedes him to everyone in this town, which it probably should, sends a guy. I mean, at this point, I'm assuming it is his guy. But in the beginning, I was like, how do we know that's his guy? What if the guy's lying and he's just like some dude like, hey, I work for Hearst? That still could be a thing, I guess. But I feel like at this point, we're almost halfway through Season 2. There's only one season left after this and then a movie. So I'm guessing they're not going that angle. The prostitute runner that is now Joni's partner seemed to know him immediately, so right off the bat, we got to assume he's who he is. Unless she's in on it too, but I cannot imagine there being some mastermind plan that is tricking hookers. Joni tries to seduce him, has a gun on her. He notices she has a gun. He points out, good thing bringing a gun in here with me, but he's only interested in one girl specifically. I don't know if he needs this girl for a reason, like not Joni, the girl he went there looking for. I don't know if he needs her for a specific reason or he truly is in love with her and saving himself, so to speak. Swearingen, literally, it looks like he's dying. At the end there, it ended very abruptly. Johnny going outside, telling Trixie, we didn't see a stone. E.B. Farnham telling him to tell everybody in town that the claims aren't legitimate so that Mrs. Garrett loses her property. And not for nothing, but she's walking around all hoity-toity with Ellsworth, who I dig. I don't like Mrs. Garrett. I really never liked her from the beginning. She came from a rich family. She was a spoiled brat, married into a family of a rich guy. I think her family was rich to begin with. Otherwise, it would have never happened. And now she's all pissed off that Montana is with his wife, and she's like acting like a bitch to everybody. Hey guys, this is Jay from the future. This is my hoverboard right here. I'm just here to tell you real quick that I actually finished Deadwood this week. I only have the movie left and I'm gonna watch it this Friday coming up. Every episode is full unedited on Patreon, and the movie will also be full unedited. They will eventually all be out on YouTube, but if you guys can't wait, giving you the option of Patreon. Link at the end. If not, back to the show. Season 2. Episode 4 of Deadwood.
In the quiet before we each take up our work is also a pleasant occasion for such intercourse. Would you like to start a discussion this morning?
I like the way she put it, but he'll probably say no.
If you will see to the bedroom door. Mr. Bullock?
Mr. Bullock, would you get the door so we can engage in intercourse? Not romantic, lady, but I guess she's trying. Okay, he is still sick as shit. So this is probably Mrs. Garrett's land. Up. It's going to approach him. It looks like Ellsworth has actually, like, earned his piece.
What's your business?
Dug a week without respite to save 3 poor souls from the cave-in.
And 46 corpses in a fucking hole that ought never have been dug.
The noise is terrible, isn't it, Mr. Ellsworth? Like fate.
He gives him a dig. I feel like that guy is gonna be trouble.
I propose to pay you 6 months' wages severance and an additional $200 against the expense of your journey here and return to Chicago. While you're making your arrangements, I will also continue to pay for your room here at the hotel.
At least she made good money-wise, because the lady did say, I rode all the way out here months expecting work, but I don't know. Miss Garrett pisses me off.
EB, he's on the mend, and he ain't fucking receiving.
Well, that's all I was fucking asking.
Then that's your fucking answer.
Convey my joy.
You must seize fortune by the forelock, Dan. That's why I'm here. To put a matter before him. You know I'll not waste a man's time.
No, you won't.
That's some fucking way you have about you, Dan.
Now, you can either say your piece to me and Johnny, or you can get the fuck out of here.
When do you suppose I could expect a favor of a response?
Tomorrow afternoon.
He's overnight in Gayville, then.
I think Johnny and Dan are gonna get involved.
In particular, where he was gone, I realize now was a fucking mistake, which happened because I'm so fucking upset.
From this point forward, I'll handle that earless cunt.
May I help you with your bags, miss?
No, you can't. or look at me or talk to me until I took a bath.
Follow the quagmire then, ma'am. The establishment you want's the last on the right.
Oh, that's the girl. She acted like she didn't know him, but that's got to be the girl.
May I install it in one of our better rooms?
Groundhog's Day.
Direct me to the Bella Union.
Not 50 yards as the bird flies. Owner proprietor, also mayor, though that position's largely ceremonial.
Lawrence County Commissioner, the position is real.
Ned Ryerson. Needle-nosed Ned. Ned the head.
Commissioner Jerry. It seemed to many of us in Yankton that in the aftermath of Magistrate Claggett's disappearance, you chose different companions.
Last I saw Claggett, he rode in here with General Crook.
That's of no personal interest to me or anyone in Yankton, any more than your choice of companions.
You're trying to freeze out Swearingen before the governor makes his play. You are betting the wrong way.
Someone certainly is.
Did you think maybe you'd shoot him to get us little people even?
I took that gun into the room with me to protect myself.
But before I go, I intend a long and comfortable retirement, and that cocksucker's gonna pay the freight.
Something terrible's going to happen here.
Yes. There she is.
This whole place smells like shit.
Is there any fucking chance you and me don't end up in blood?
Besides the fact that I find you to be a pain in the balls, personally.
Please report. Commissioner Jerry from Yankton has arrived to the camp and intends to fuck Al up the ass.
How's your little buddy? One I put the beating on.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
He'll live.
I was gonna say, is he dead?
Maybe I'll sell my claim at discount.
Yep.
Anything to unharness so they can head for the higher ground. Myself, ma'am, I'd be betting that the levy'll hold.
Dirty as shit, had his dog, kept to himself. Ellsworth
Did you speak of it to Mr. Bullock,
is a
Mom?
smart man and knows people.
Not yet, William. Will you speak of it today? Good morning, Mr. Bullock.
Good morning. The child actor looks like somebody very familiar.
Because the camp's at peril.
Yes, madam, yes. Peril.
I'll buy it.
Yep. Now she just figured it out. If
Name
he
your
says
price,
no,
Mr. Farnham. We'll close the transaction now.
Yep.
Shit or get off the chamber pot?
Oh, Mrs. Garrett. Shit, indeed. Oh, dear.
Unless, Mr. Farnham, you're lying about the camp's peril.
Exactly.
Lying? I?
But why would you do that?
The stones can be excised surgically in one of two ways.
Magnets.
The so-called high method, which cuts into the bladder from above your penis, and the other which enters from below.
The low entails cutting through his taint.
With a knife in expert hands, 2 men in 10
That's scary.
survive the procedure we contemplate.
Man, Dan like really gets worked up about it. It must be like his only friend. Johnny and Al.
When claims are overturned, new title will be awarded at set prices via lottery to those submitting verified offers.
He's too sick. Maybe he'll fucking die.
She is another one that cares about Al way more than she should.
If money had to be cleaned before it was recirculated, we'd still be living in fucking caves.
True.
Your old man.
Me.
Huh?
Also on proceeds from celestial prostitutes. How many do you want?
How many can you bring?
How many?
That sounds like a man with an inexhaustible supply.
The arrangement is not yours and Mr. Lee's alone.
Yes, and in ways I don't understand. It must benefit you and the man whose name I must never say to have Mr. Lee in camp and perhaps Mr. Wu out of it.
Say you'll burn it down with me, Dan.
What?
If Al dies, burn
This
this
fucking
mother down.
place.
Yep. If Al dies, burn it down.
Before letting Tolliver take it over.
Is he just nervous or is something happening to the doc? I'm assuming he's just nervous because this is like Al's life.
Cocksucker! Cocksucker! San Francisco!
Jesus fucking Christ. All right,
He's saying the guy that looks like me?
There's
Is
an invisible
that what he's saying?
cocksucker next to you, and he's from San Francisco.
Who? Cocksucker!
San Francisco cocksucker.
Who's threatening your life?
Miss Garrett?
Mrs. Garrett.
What?
I know it sounds impossible, but I can testify to you, Mr. Adams, I would not be the first person she's killed.
Is she gonna say she killed her husband? Give him some smelling salts, get a last-ditch effort. Maybe they'll drop.
There you go, you.
Oh my god. Oh my god, there's like pus and piss and blood.
Alright. I can feel the fucking click of the gleat. Alright. Now, I want you to milk his prick. From top to bottom, and I want you to bring that cocksucker down.
Look at this guy.
Your titties!
Look at Ned Ryerson.
Al has had a tough fucking day. Now you let him indicate to you however he fucking chooses as to yes or no. Now that's fair, ain't it?
You're a great man, Dan. It's you that's the great one.
Dan might knock the shit out of this guy.
Don't call me Crappie or you gutless son of a bitch.
We live life however we choose.
And you choose life as a cunt, standing behind a bar.
This guy is way too big for his britches. Here we go. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I literally said this guy is pushing it way too much. Why are you mouthing off?
To gauge Al's recovery and do you a fucking favor.
You're mouthing off to the basically the leader right now in his own house.
Take him over to the Chinaman's and you throw him away.
Sure, man.
I have had a tough fucking day.
I feel like he might kill this girl.
These hills are unimaginably rich.
So what?
It's more than I gave the madam.
And you mustn't hit me like you do the others. Don't fucking hit me, Francis.
Done.
Good job, Wilcott. You suck. Is he gonna kill her? I feel like something bad
You
is
might
gonna happen.
try it sometimes with your prick outside of your pants.
He's definitely not shaking in pain, but he is a fucked up dude. So guys, a lot going on there. I knew right away, just to start off, the guy with the ear that was melted off looked like he got caught in a fire or something. I would have bet money right off the bat. He talks way too much shit. Whenever you have a guy that talks that much shit, especially to guys that he has no place talking shit to, you're in their place of business. Clearly Dan is Swearengen's like right-hand man that calls the shots when Swearingen isn't like around. And you got this guy mouthing off to him. I would have bet money Dan was going to off that guy in episode 1, or his first episode, I should say. We got Needle-Nose Ned coming in, who's basically verifying the legitimacy of the claims on the lands, but it looks like he's in bed with Hearst, or Hearst guy, I should say. He's got one woman giving him a bubble bath. He's less weird than Wilcott. You got him getting like girls grinding on him, talking about girls hooking up with family members. He's abusive of women, throwing money around like crazy. He came out of nowhere and he seems like he's going to be like a big deal going forward. But I do not like him at all. I dig his character though. He's like a good scumbag, evil villain type. Same with Needle-Nose Ned. Needle-Nose Ned is like a pushover, the type of guy that would never succeed in this day and age unless he was someone of power, which it appears he is. We got Montana maybe hooking up with his wife or his brother's wife. She made hints from the very beginning like, we should have sex. We should have intercourse. Go shut the door. I don't know if they actually did. I'm assuming they did. Then the kid gets sent off. I don't know if they didn't and they were going to at that point. I don't know what's going on there. Trixie came in with Saul, but it didn't look like they were hooking up. Swearingen has all these guys, Trixie and Dan and Johnny, even though he abuses them, I guess they look at him like a father figure, even though Trixie bangs him. You know what I mean? I guess they figure like he takes care of them, even though he's mean half the time or all the time. Wu is trying to get pushed out for Wilcott's guy, Lee. They're making side deals with Psy. Like everything is going to come to a head, but we're almost halfway through season 2. I don't want to talk a whole lot about it. I'll talk more in the comments below. So you guys let me know what you think, but I'm loving the way the show's going. It's just getting heavy. There's always a lot going on. Oh, and then I don't want to leave this out. Miss Garrett called out E.B. Farnham. She is smarter than she looks, but Ellsworth is smarter than he looks and is basically relaying her all this great information. I think she figured out the EB part on her own, but maybe not. Ellsworth was giving her a lot of stuff. Like I said, lots going on. We'll talk about it in the comments down below. So comments down below, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.